Welcome to Smoking Approved Korea. I'm your boy Jurnalist, and on this one, we are here because I seen some mess, and y'all know me, I like some mess. But it's some mess from somebody we rock with. So we like Boar, we like her videos. So this is Boar City Magazine. Army TikTok is a mess. I don't know about Twitter Army. I don't know about Army TikTok. I don't know about Instagram Army. I be on YouTube. That's about it. I barely use Instagram for my stuff. So I just like, well, how messy can y'all get? Because I see how crazy y'all got a little bit on Instagram. Because after what, 2-3 days of the niggas going to jail, y'all made the motherfucking song #1 or something. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So we're just here to do some due diligence, watch a video, get back into the flow of things. I hope everybody had good holidays. Thank you guys very much for joining me. Please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description. And yeah, let's get into it. Ooh, we got disclaimers. Some reaction channels watch my Army YouTube is a mess video and we're confused and judgmental. Fuck them folks, boy. They're the bitch ass niggas. Don't even worry about it. Okay, it will be the same. I'll talk about the fandoms, goals, plans, overall, very boring stuff. So please do not react to this video. If you are not an Army centric channel, you'll be confused. And I don't know if I fall into this because I do have some Army centricity, but I do a bunch of other shit too. I don't know. We'll still watch it though. I made a similar disclaimer in another video, and one reactor did not care despite me asking nicely not to react to it. Well, now I don't know if that was me. She didn't ask me directly though. If you still react to this video, please make sure it falls under transformative content copyright laws. Thank you, and see you in the next video essay. I don't know. I hope we fall within the bounds. If she does ask me to take it down though, we will take it down because I'm not trying to be one of these people, so I don't know, but let's find out what's on the other side.
ARMY is known to be one of the most, if not the most, powerful music fandom in the world. This is because we've been able to organize ourselves very quickly and produce effective results. Just look at the fandom's story. BTS's globalization was in great part because of their presence on Twitter. Their Twitter engagement gave them their first Western award, which encouraged other K-pop groups to seek Twitter engagement as well. Thanks to this organization on Twitter, ARMY gave importance to YouTube. This did not only give BTS a lot of YouTube records, but it also started an era of ARMY YouTube who helped increase the fandom through funny compilations and introduction videos. Then ARMY studied how Spotify streams work, so BTS's numbers on Spotify started rising, prompting K-pop companies to also seek Spotify presence. Then ARMY studied how the Billboard charts work, making BTS rise their position every year, and eventually giving them all their #1 songs. And as you can tell, the Billboard charts are K-pop's biggest priority right now, so ARMY has definitely adapted to many platforms. However, the TikTok era started 3 years ago, and in my opinion, we have not really figured it out. This is an extreme disadvantage because TikTok should be an easy platform to go viral for a fandom this big. So in this video, I'll try to explain in what exactly TikTok can help us, how we are currently sabotaging ourselves, and what we should be doing instead.
See, it's shit like this. It's shit like this. This is how y'all win. Because she's right. The way that you guys have gone after all these other platforms, you guys figure out like all the terms of service, all the little tricks and everything, and then you guys all work together. And then because you have such a large numerical number in these spaces, you like low-key trigger the algorithm at the same time, because there's at least like, we'll say like 1 million plus of you when you guys go decide to do something on one of these platforms. So then that for sure has to be like well within the metric bounds of an algorithm to be like, well, pay attention to this and feed it more to people if this many people already like it. Oh. I would also say, if anybody is a musician that would like to actually understand how to do some shit, maybe watch this video, because I really feel like she's about to give a play away that is Army centric for sure, but like this is how it's supposed to be done for anybody that actually cares and wants like perceivable growth in these spaces. Because what the fuck, like, she's right. Well, I don't know. Oh man, I don't know what's going on here.
When I tell you, it's so easy that I'm kind of mad it's taking us this long. I like to categorize an artist's audience in two types: active listeners and passive listeners. Active listeners include the artist's fans, as well as people who may not consider themselves fans, but who do listen to the artist regularly. In the case of BTS, it would be ARMY, BTS, regular listeners, and K-pop fans. Although regular listeners and K-pop fans tend to only listen to the promoted singles, they still listen to BTS every time they are reminded of their existence. They know who BTS are, and listen to at least their biggest songs. These type of listeners are reflected on their number of followers and their overall streams. On the other hand, passive listeners are the general public who only knows an artist because of their most mainstream songs. As soon as the trend passes, they're most probably going to fully stop listening to the artist. These type of listeners are reflected on the artist's number of monthly listeners. So for example, BTS has 71 million followers, but they have 30 million monthly listeners at the moment. This is because BTS has a lot of fans, but they don't have a lot of the general public, especially not now when they are on hiatus. Compare these numbers to The Weeknd, who has 104 million monthly listeners, but only 74 million followers. His number of loyal listeners is similar to BTS's number of loyal listeners, but his biggest advantage is that he has a lot of the general public's momentary attention. Now you can get this general public and increase your monthly listeners in many ways. The most notorious one is by appearing.
This is what I don't understand. How is this young lady still making YouTube videos? How? How is some motherfucker at a record label like, yo, here's a bunch of fucking money, come inside and work for us? Because the way that she is discerning the information and breaking it down to have you understand like what these numbers mean and how they actually re-represent back to a market. This is, people go to school for this shit. There's like people with college degrees. I don't know what this young lady's like regular day job is, but if she's figured all this out just because of the pure love of BTS, this is astronomical.
On Spotify's own curated playlist like Today's Top Hits, which doesn't always show Today's Top Hits. It sometimes shows songs no one is listening to, but that Spotify mysteriously decides to push, allegedly. You can conclude how they choose these songs. The other common way is to have a song go viral
with the money
on how they
machine.
choose these songs. The other common way is to have a song go viral on TikTok. Again, having a popular TikTok song is not necessarily going to increase fandom. TikTok trends are exactly that, trends. They can create some fans, but most times it's not going to be this way. Here's an example of the general public recognizing only BTS's TikTok hits, but not being fans themselves.
Do you listen to K-pop at all?
None at all. Never. Oh, TikTok song. I'm about to shock the nation. I'm about to shock all the South Korea with this one. It's Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
So the Blood, Sweat and Tears trend, which was created by the general public and sadly stopped by fans, did end up helping at least a little with streams and monthly listeners, but not with creating fans. Here's a non-BTS related example. When songs by Ice Spice started going viral on TikTok, her monthly listeners were reaching 40 million. But as the trend passes, you can notice the monthly listeners going down. This number will continue to decrease until she releases another TikTok.
I will also say that that's also, we'll use The Weeknd example, why The Weeknd's numbers, despite not always having new music out, but we'll say numbers that are much higher than the overall listeners he has, but has monthly listeners that are so much higher, is because the sustainability in the music he has made prior to becoming such a media darling in the past, we'll say 4 to 5 years, is why those numbers will be higher, versus Ice Spice has a music catalog that is quite thin and does not have music that is sustainable long term. Not saying it's not in those ways, more so it's not sustainable in the sense that she's not making songs that people listen to when they cry. She's not making songs that people listen to when they go graduate. They're not like songs that score people's lives. They are really good party songs. And when we have the next new party song, like she's saying, you're gonna have to come up with another new party song, or shit, the number is gonna go down. But 20 million is still a good month, but it's not as good a month as 40 million.
TikTok head, or chooses the Today's Top Hits strategy like Dua Lipa is doing right now. Her latest song is not doing well in any platform, but she somehow is still on the Today's Top Hits playlist. This is why there are labels that invest millions of dollars on TikTok hidden promotion. They sell a story of an organic TikTok hit when in reality they planted the song on the platform and the general public just follow what they thought was a real trending song. So since Big Hit, Hive, Geffen Records, or whoever is not paying for Spotify or TikTok like other labels do, allegedly, then BTS's numbers show a closer version of the real number of regular listeners, a closer number of the fans listening to their music. Believe me, most of these streams right now are from armies and regular listeners, not from the general public, much less from the TikTok general public. Actually, there are many TikTok armies who only know the BTS songs that are popular on TikTok, like this TikTok army account who doesn't know that Namjoon's most popular TikTok song, Closer, is from his Indigo album. But I personally believe that we should still make the general public help us with monthly listeners, just like they do with any other artist. This will help BTS increase this number. This is supposed to be their position in the world. And although it's easy to manipulate, this is the number Spotify prioritizes and that critics recognize as a measure of an artist's popularity. This doesn't mean we stop streaming. The general public cannot replace fandom because they don't stream forever. They are not fans, they are not followers, they just follow trends. But they can make it a ton easier for us to reach our goals. This is because monthly listeners tend to be unique listeners. Unique listeners tend to listen to a song just by curiosity one time. A high number of unique listeners can help our filtering rate decrease. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, filtering is bad. Filtering means streams not being counted for the charts. So in a few words, the more non-fans join us, the higher the points BTS will get on the charts. One stream a month from the general public is enough to help increase monthly listeners. So at least for now, let's focus on momentary interest because it does work. Whenever there's a BTS song going viral on TikTok, you will find the general public on the comment section of the music video. But most importantly, going viral on TikTok means more overall streams for BTS across every platform. ARMY as a fandom does well on YouTube and Spotify, but we don't.
I'm just asking a question into the ether. Also, if the board comes here to like check my ass to see if it's transformative, I got to do a job too. Yo, she like a boogeyman in a video that says, "Don't play with this girl." But all jokes aside, seriousness, the streams or plays of the music for the trends that happen on TikTok, are those numbers like allocated, and then are they passed on somewhere else that they get like distributed into other forms? So like if I sell tickets that come as a bundle, those get allocated up to a certain amount that's allowable due to Billboard to then help sell my CD sales to go up. So my overall sales for a particular album will increase. Do these go into a bucket that means nothing when it comes from TikTok and like Instagram and these places? Or like how do they count? Are they added to like Spotify streams? Like where do these numbers go? Say something gets trendy. Like, how does that work over there? Or because they pay out their own system within TikTok, it's just within TikTok's internal system?
We don't do very well on other streaming platforms because we concentrate our efforts on what we know and on what will give us immediate results. But having viral songs on TikTok will have unimaginable results. Viral TikTok songs will help increase BTS's numbers on all platforms, including Apple Music, Pandora, Amazon, and Tidal, which are very popular with the general public, but not necessarily with ARMY. These numbers are vital for Billboard, global radio, popularity, and although the Academy doesn't want to admit it, they love giving Grammys to TikTok hits. For the ones who say that BTS doesn't need this, remember that global undeniable recognition is BTS's next big step in pop culture. And by Jimin's own words, BTS's career is not even halfway done yet, so they still have goals they want to accomplish. Think about it like this. For an iconic event like the Super Bowl halftime show, they would need multiple songs that most of the general public recognizes. This is the next step, undeniable global recognition.
I would say they have the songs. They got Butter, they got fucking Uptown Funk or whatever. No, that's Butter. I don't actually know because I'm not listening to all the like poppy things. It's not my point. My point is I know there's been at least 3 number ones. There's been at least 5 things that have gone top 10 or top 20. The reason I now said that they have an argument for Super Bowl is because at this time Bruno Mars maybe had the same amount of like number ones or like top 20s or top 40s, and he was able to do a Super Bowl by himself. However, it's the undeniability of that nigga's great is I think that is what pushed it over for that Super Bowl. And there being a down year and like people willing to do the Super Bowl, and he took full fucking advantage of that. So this is where I'm saying for what BTS is trying to craft, if they could have the undeniability of, nigga, you know my name, I got a face card good as Jesus, and they say they wouldn't do the whole Super Bowl, I can see it happening. I can see it happening. But that would be mad. 7 Asian niggas just cutting up a Super Bowl. Oh, man. People's heads would pop. I would love to see this.
Promoting BTS songs on TikTok will help increase the general public's interest in their music, increase their overall numbers, and chart way more easily. It's an easy strategy every mainstream artist takes, but we are doing the opposite. We are not letting the general public help us, and I think we need to change our TikTok influence before BTS comes back in 2025. We have an amazing catalog across 9 names to practice. Amazing catalog across 9 names to practice. I think the most frustrating thing about ARMY TikTok is the self-sabotage. With the size of our fandom, multiple BTS songs should have gone viral by now, but every time a song starts getting attention, K-pop fans and some clueless ARMY do things that scare the general public. So here are
Sorry about that. We got a new episode of The Traders coming up. I'm supposed to make dinner, and then Anno just wants to come by. That's 8420. Anybody been watching the channel? But yeah, you just want to come by. And yeah, I did answer the phone call. Sorry about that. Let's go.
Our clueless ARMY do things that scare the general public. So here are our 3 main mistakes. Mistake number 1, spam and annoying comments. If someone uses BTS music and the TikTok is not about BTS, don't spam the comment section saying the name of the artist or the song over and over and over again. It's embarrassing and it scares the general public. For example, MTV UK used Like Crazy by Jimin for one of the red carpet videos. The TikTok didn't mention BTS at all, but still, the comment section is full of fans asking the name of the song over and over again, or mentioning the song over and over again. Some are even thanking the account for using the song. This is not helpful at all. If this were a big influencer, they would most probably never use the song again. That's what always happens. They get discouraged about people spamming the comment section. Instead, the comments should look like this. They mention the artist appearing on the video, as well as what is happening in the actual TikTok. But if you want so badly to mention BTS related to the video, like this commented, it all comes down to being normal, which is difficult on TikTok because it's apparently full of kids. But I'll still repeat it. Comment normal things. Don't scare the general public. If BTS collaborates with another artist, don't spam the artist with comments about BTS on TikToks that don't even mention BTS. The comment section of this TikTok by The Kid Laroi and Central C is so bad. Why are there so many people asking where is Jungkook? It's annoying and unnecessary.
Where my
there
little
was also
nigga?
this person who tried to say that these kind of comments are too much and that they should stop asking where Jungkook is. But TikTok armies don't see anything wrong with spamming a comment section. The song is by The Kid Laroi and it features
This is what militant gangbanging looks like. I would like to just point that out. This is where you, like when niggas say on the hood, this is that type of energy. If you are somebody who's always wondered, like, why do they do these things? Shit like this. Niggas gonna know that my nigga's not here. Or niggas gonna know that whatever it is needs to be respected. And that's where people start being like, oh, these motherfuckers is crazy.
both Jungkook and Central C. This TikTok is about Central C, so don't make it weird. The Kid Laroi ended up releasing more TikToks with Jungkook than with Central C, but even if he didn't, there was no need to be this annoying. This is the attitude that scares the general public and prevents them from using the song. Also, don't do the same with influencers or random TikTok accounts that use a BTS song. I remember that there was this big TikTok account that used Jungkook's 3D song a couple of times simply because it was a rising trending song. He just used the audio as background music, but so many people were on his comment section asking him if he was ARMY. Please don't do that. If you really want to know, one comment with a bunch of likes is enough for them to notice and maybe respond. But for a song to be popular, the influencers should not be scared away. For a song to be popular, there has to be comments about the actual TikTok. So influencers use the audio many times. So stop with this type of comments. Focus on the actual TikTok. Mistake number 2, the BTS related hashtags. Of course, using any hashtags related to BTS are important to make ARMYs find your TikTok, but you need to know when to use them. Actually, there are some people part of the general public who block K-pop related hashtags because they click not interested. Others don't block hashtags, but they ignore K-pop related TikToks and the algorithm stops recommending them TikToks with the K-pop hashtags. So if you're making a TikTok that is specifically for ARMY, use the BTS hashtags. But if you're making a regular TikTok and want to use a BTS song, try to avoid these hashtags. It's better to use hashtags related to the actual video. This is the most effective way to make the general public listen to BTS songs on their TikToks For You page. And if they keep listening to the same song from multiple TikToks that are not about BTS, then they will recognize the song as a trending song and they'll start using it on their TikToks. Mistake number 3, the dance challenges. Let's be realistic. Most BTS's choreographies are too difficult to become TikTok trends. So naturally, influencers will create their own TikTok dances. Sometimes it's similar to the original, but other times it's...
That's some bullshit. Nigga, if you say you can dance, you better learn how to do the real one. We didn't have the, oh, you can make up your own version. This is how I know I'm old. But still, we didn't have a, you make your own version up because it's too tough. Nigga, get good. What the fuck? You better learn how to do the real one. My nigga ain't out here blowing ACLs, risking motherfucking meniscus for you to just do your thing because it's easier. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to learn how this nigga's song go and then make my own version. But like not like singer-songwriters do, where they like really fuck the song up. Not in a bad way, but like they really make like their own thing with it. But like imagine trying to do that Busta Rhymes verse from Chris Brown's song and then being like, but Busta Rhymes shit was just too techie, so I'm rapping this now. If you don't go somewhere with this shit.
Their own TikTok dances. Sometimes it's similar to the original, but other times it's not. And when it's not, the responses are always the same. I thought this was a joke, you don't even know BTS. As a fan, I find this offensive, this is embarrassing. Stop ruining the trends. Like and Blood, Sweat and Tears became unexpectedly popular on TikTok with dances that are not part of the original choreographies. So if big influencers or small influencers or anyone creates a new easy choreography, let them. This is how TikTok trends work. And if you discourage them, there will never be a massive BTS trend. I will never forget when Lil Huddy, who has 30 million followers, was making BTS TikToks with easy dances. And he received so much backlash for it. Such a wasted opportunity. What's worse is that everyone was like, oops, we shouldn't have done that, only because he ended up being an actual fan.
Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jang Ha-seok, Park Ji-min, Kim Taeyang, Jang Jungkook, BTS.
But fan
Got me. I can't even. Fair enough, blood. Fair enough.
No, he is a big TikToker who is just doing a normal TikTok dance. I'm begging you to please let them do their little silly dances. Even if they are not fans, they are helping BTS's songs go viral, while we, the fans, stop them. This shouldn't be this way. Even though it's just a B-side, Like became so popular on TikTok that it surpassed the promoted singles from this album, including their debut song. So let the influencers do their thing. Even BTS joined the trend, so believe me, it's fine. It's not disrespectful. It's how TikTok trends work.
I would like to say the lesson that we've just all received is a classic one from the business. All publicity is good publicity. I'm sorry. That's what we're doing here with those type of things. Whatever the publicity is around the song, even though we may not like it, if it's actually not something that detracts away from the love or the respect that people will have for BTS or whatever famous thing we're trying to make popular right now, let them niggas talk. There's another interview you can watch. It's Lil Yachty and J. Cole. And J. Cole's being asked by Lil Yachty, like, yo, like, how come you don't ever, like, fix the narrative? He's like, the fuck? I'm not going to fix the narrative. I'm let that shit run. I don't care. Your perception of the reality that you assume is my life is not my reality. I'm not going to spend my time doing that or trying to fix it, because then what does that do? That's another story of me trying to fix it. That makes things even worse. And then you might not even believe me. Just makes my life even harder. If you want to believe that, you go right on ahead. I'm going to let you believe that, because the one thing it does do, it keeps my name alive. And that's the most important thing when trying to have public perception on your way that is just, you can't fuck with it. It's probably why Drake just don't never be losing. Nigga name just is just too much out here that when something happens, motherfuckers be like, oh well.
And if you let me, I wanna see it in motion, in 3D.
So instead of doing everything that I just talked about, we should be doing this instead. Number 1, comments. Hateful comments about BTS are unavoidable, especially when K-pop fans notice a BTS song going viral and try to promote their favorite artist, or even invent fake names so the general public won't know that it's a BTS song. It's pretty pathetic. So push down the comments by K-pop stans and the comments by annoying BTS fans by interacting with comments about the actual video. Remember that it's easier for us to do this because we are more people. So just comment anything you want about the actual TikTok. Literally anything. Now, if someone asks the name of the song, there's no need to respond 1 million times. One comment is enough. You can like both the original comment and the first response to make this interaction go up and other people see it too. But one time is enough. Don't spam the comment section with the name of the song, because the influencer will be annoyed that no one is talking.
Yo, she keeps showing me shorty with the chicken and the ranch, and I'm just like, God damn it, I want chicken drumsticks now. I want chicken tenders. God damn it, boy, you've made me hungry.
About their actual TikTok, and they will never use the song again. I've seen it happen way too many times. So just say anything about the TikTok, like some other comments like you usually would, and move on. Number 2, challenges. I sometimes see K-pop artists create their own dance challenges, and whether they are easy or not, I don't really see any of them truly working. Other K-pop artists doing the challenge doesn't really mean much if these views are not transformed into streams from the general public, because like I said, fans are reflected in the number of followers and streams, and TikTok's effect is reflected in streams and monthly listeners. So don't overthink challenges like K-pop artists do. When a dance or a trend becomes popular, it's almost never a challenge by the artist. For example, 3D sped up version is gaining attention because of these camera glasses, but it doesn't have to be exclusively that. There are also a lot of people who don't have the camera glasses, so they get creative.
I wanna see it in motion, in 3D.
This is a fun trend anyone can be part of. So don't overthink about complicated challenges that have something to do with the song. This other TikTok uses one line in English of like crazy in a creative way. Like crazy has nothing to do with food, but it still works. Just remember to not use BTS or K-pop related hashtags and to not scare the general public, because like this comment predicted, they never use the song ever again. Number 3, old songs. Don't be scared of using old songs. I understand when armies try to focus on the new songs, but BTS releases music so constantly that we quickly move our efforts to the next song. And in the end, no song gets to the general public. But TikTok doesn't really care if a song is old or new. Gangnam Style is from 2012 and became a TikTok trending song. Cannibal by Kesha is from 2010 and became a TikTok trending song. Bloody Mary by Lady Gaga is from 2011 and became a TikTok trending song. So much so that her label sent the song to radio 11 years after its release. Think about BTS's Blood, Sweat and Tears from 2016 and Like from 2013 going viral out of nowhere. Don't be scared of promoting the old songs. You can use the old popular singles as well as the old songs that the general public is unfamiliar with. If these old songs become popular, the TikTok audience will most probably recognize them as new BTS songs anyway. Number 4, don't focus on one song. Another thing about TikTok is that we don't really have to focus on one song. The most popular artists on TikTok have multiple popular songs on the platform. This is because each song finds its own niche. one song may be popular with dancers, other song with artists, other song with comedy sketches. So don't be afraid of pushing multiple songs from the same artist. If you are a creator and you have to choose, please take in consideration songs by all of these names, especially now that not everyone from the general public knows that these names also mean BTS, or that Yoongi has solo music under 2 names. If you're not a creator and you only want to do the easy part, which is liking and commenting, please know that the easy part is the most important part. TikTok songs going viral depends on you. So please do the easy part. Support multiple trends, not just one. According to studies, there's no magic bullet on going viral on TikTok. So don't obsess over one song, obsess over many. Number 5, don't only focus on the English songs. Billboard reported 46% of US TikTokers listen to music that is not in English. So if we're being completely honest, the songs in English will have more chances of going viral. But if we push them hard enough, the songs in Korean and Japanese can become trends as well. Shinu no ga Iwa and Miki Matsubara, which are in Japanese, became globally popular out of nowhere because they went viral on TikTok.
That's a tune. I know that one though. I promise you, if you ever come to Scotland, that and Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks at between the hours of 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. at afters, these niggas is spinning some disco or some of that, oh my God, or some of this shit. Like, oh man. The amount of Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks songs I know, or this young lady right here, the Stay With Me record that I've had to hear at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, just like, please play something else. And nobody else wants to hear anything else. It's just like, Jesus, why? These songs are so popular.
Also, the general public doing the Blood, Sweat and Tears trend had no idea what the song was saying, yet they still follow the trend. So the language doesn't matter as much as you think. What matters is the trend. What matters is the song being used again and again. Now, if you want to go the traditional trend route, which is a specific kind of dynamic that other people recreate, you would need to do the trends in English. So think about including the songs in Korean and Japanese by using one line of the song in English that a lot of people can recognize and recreate. Here are some examples of trends going viral only because of one line while ignoring the rest of the lyrics.
When you know, you know.
So like this TikTok I showed before, you can also find one line in English of a Korean song and do the trend around that one line. Number 6, BTS edits.
Back like I put her in some cuffs.
Every time he leave me
Nah. This nigga be with that song behind him. I never thought I'd see some shit like that.
Behind her back like I put her in some cuffs.
Every time he leave me alone, he show the colors that you see in me.
If you are a BTS edit account, I'm begging you to please use BTS music. It doesn't go with the vibe of my account is a horrible excuse because BTS has music of so many genres. So if the latest song is not your vibe, then use the BTS song that is. Like I said, it can be an old song or a not so popular B-side. If your vibe is old school BTS, then go ahead and use it. If your vibe is a B-side, an interlude, or even an instrumental, don't be afraid to use it because all we need is that tiny bit of interest from the general public. All we need is one monthly stream from them. It's better if it's a new song so we can increase the streams of the new albums. But this number will rise no matter which song the general public listens to. Number 7, non-BTS edits. The other type of edits are the non-BTS edits. These are edits of series, movies, sports, and other celebrities. Just don't overthink it. If you can connect the song's lyrics to the theme of a series or movies, then do it. But if you can't, make your edit either way. The ARMY accounts not using BTS music because it doesn't go with the vibe of their account will write about some.
I love this advice. If it worked for the show, the lyrics work, do the shit. If you can't make it work and they don't work with the show, do that shit anyways. Flood the market.
Edit accounts are more about the vibe than anything else. So you don't need to find the perfect song with the perfect lyrics that go with the perfect movie. Just go with the overall vibe of the song. For example, someone randomly made a fan edit of Justin and Selena with Yes or No by Jungkook, and apparently Selena Gomez liked the TikTok. So I understand and support the effort of finding the perfect BTS song that we can relate to a popular series or movie. But the key is not in how perfectly the song and the content match. The key is in using the song. It doesn't matter if they don't correlate much. For example, from time to time, I find accounts that post clips of TV shows or movies with BTS's music in the background. It's as simple as this. The songs have nothing to do with the show, but this type of TikToks will make the viewers familiarize themselves with the song. Number 8. Instrumentals. An underappreciated type of TikTok sound is instrumentals. Instrumentals don't always become specific trends or challenges, but their use is more flexible, so it's easier for people to use them on random TikToks, depending mostly on vibes only. For example, this instrumental is used for spooky videos. So people use it for scary makeup transformations,
Hey, I watched that lady.
paranormal
Her makeup
videos,
should be
horror
crazy.
sketches, horror movies, scary slideshows, and so much more. This other popular sound is not even an instrumental. It's the beginning of a Bad Bunny song before he actually starts singing.
That's the sample.
This song is used in very random TikToks that portray frustrating, weird, or unexpected moments. But like I said, it doesn't always have to be about one specific trend. This other popular sound by Lady Gaga only uses the beginning of the song before she starts singing. This sound is used in very random TikToks. The same way, this Melanie Martinez song, which also uses one line of a song and then a long instrumental part, started as a popular edit, and it turned into a popular sound about random things. This song by Madonna is not about aging or time, but it's used on edits showing famous people over the years. This popular sound only uses one line of the song referring to time, and then it uses a long instrumental part.
Yo, that's a tune though. That's a tune though.
This TikTok trend made this song become the most popular Madonna song from her whole discography. So once again, don't overthink about the lyrics and don't forget about BTS's older discography. BTS has spooky, romantic, and fun instrumentals, or parts of songs. Here are some examples.
Well, that's a tune. Who's that fucking shorty from Australia or some shit like that? I can't remember her name. I really don't understand how she's able to contextualize all these things. Like, this is like the perfect playbook that I don't know how many armies are gonna watch this, but say you guys all just listen to her and then like do what she says. TikTok is going to they're going to change rules because you're going to be too organized. Like the algorithm is going to have to change at this point. That's a tune. Yep, that's a tune. Hate You is a tune. I don't know. I think this was on the first album, but I can't remember. Tokyo's a tune. Blue Side, tune. original though. The original one my favorite though. Dude. Love Me Again is a chill for us. Will the Tank. It's not my favorite, but that tore ass hard though. Yep. That's my shit right there though. That's my shit. I thought this was probably cool, but I don't know. I feel like I've listened to it. Yeah, it's a good song as well. Yo, Shorty can have so many jobs. The fact that she knows how to music direct these songs, just based off of through their discography, means she has such an understanding of the emotional content that the songs could support or what they do mean from a lyrical standpoint or from a musical and a thematic standpoint, that she can give these examples. Like, why does she not work for somebody? Like, what is this? Like, I could be working in a music department at fucking Netflix, HBO, don't matter. Shorty would help so much. How is she not working at a marketing firm or like directly in the label or for BTS? Like, do these niggas know? Like, they for sure know she exists. I know they know she exists. Like, but how does she not have a job?
Number 9. Reposts. Before, it was harder for us to increase our TikTok presence if you were not a TikTok creator, but not anymore thanks to this new feature. Reposts will save us so much time and it's so easy to use. Every time you see an interesting TikTok with a BTS sound, repost it. It will be watched by your followers and even the followers of your followers. Just make sure they are normal non-K-pop videos to increase the likelihood of your followers familiarizing themselves with the song. I will be reposting every interesting TikTok I can find that uses BTS music. I will also be reposting the TikToks shared by this Twitter account, which focuses on promoting BTS sounds on TikTok. You don't have to follow my account because I don't plan on posting TikToks myself, but I will be reposting a lot. Also, even if you're a tiny account and have any ideas, please make a TikTok and tag me in the comments. I'll try to repost every TikTok I see with BTS music and no BTS related hashtags. TikTok is, in my opinion, the only platform that we're not managing correctly. If the TikTok general public can help us, why don't we let them? Why are we constantly stopping the BTS trends? While researching for this video, I was surprised by how many times the general public and really big accounts used BTS songs, only for armies to stop them. Stop gatekeeping and accept the random interest, even if it's just because of a momentary trend. We can talk about increasing the fandom on TikTok, but we cannot jump to that step without at least making the general public stream one of their songs one time in 1 month. Let's increase all of the members' monthly listeners. So I'll repeat everything one more time. If you see a BTS sound being used by the general public, like the TikTok and repost it. That's it. If you want, comment something about the TikTok, not about the song. So let's see how this works, and after some time, I'll probably make a follow-up video about this TikTok situation.
Yay!
I gotta say, even though I'm a reactor and technically I might not spend I'm supposed to watch this, I also watch this from also a music maker standpoint, because if there's a way to effectively understand better how to get my own music out there, and especially in using TikTok, a platform I don't use, or if I do use it, it makes no sense to me. These are the things that kind of like shed the light on like understanding better how, so the things I need to make or whatever. But in seeing how she's able to, oh my God, Shorty is smart as fuck. The way she's able to look at how the systems are supposed to work, what are the levers that are available to the public to pull, and how they actually correspond with actually the outcomes of songs going viral, what songs are what, how they actually effectuate things, what are the actual trends and things. She's really fucking good. Jesus. Even though I've watched this for two reasons. One, to react to it, because I was just like, well, what the fuck is going on with Army TikTok? Because I thought it was going to be like Army Twitter. It wasn't. It's completely different. It's a fucking, yeah, it's a, yeah, what's that shit called when you go to class? It's a rubric. Yeah, it's a rubric on what niggas need to do. And if you're a BTS OT7 gang member, then you're on TikTok and you've not been following these rules. I would promise you that if you follow her rules for the next 6 to 18 months, the change on engagement and influence that BTS will have over TikTok is going to be demonstrative. It's going to be ridiculous. I look forward to seeing how this is going to pan out. That said, though, that's it for me on this one. Thank you guys very much for joining me. If you could please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description. Let's see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.